Hi everyone. Today we will study about model, which is an important chapter in your English grammar. So we will see what are modal verbs and the different kind of words which are used in different conditions like advice, suggestion or promise or obligations, and different words which are used in different conditions. So let us start. So first of all, let us see what is a modal verb. So what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are a special kind of helping verb. A modal verb helps the main verb to express the mood of the subject, and at the same time it can indicate possibility, persuasion, ability, willingness, etc. So I said different kind of situations can be there, different kinds of moods can be there for permission or advice or suggestion. So we will see different conditions and the words which we use as models in those conditions. So some of the examples of models are can, will, may, must, could, would, might and should. So let us see some types and their modal verbs with examples. So first one is ability. So in ability, the words which we use as modal verbs are can and could. For example, David can speak 3 languages. So it is showing his ability. He could speak fluent French when he was 5. Now, when it is permission, we use can, could or may. For example, can I sit in that chair please? Could I open the window? May I borrow your dictionary? Next, for advice, we use should. For example, you should visit your dentist at least twice a year. You should try to balance your weight. Next one is obligation. For obligation, the words which we use as modal verbs are must and have to. Let us see some example sentences. I must memorize all of these rules about tenses. You have to take off your shoes before you get into the mosque. Next, possibility. For the words are might, may, could, can. For example, it looks nice, but it might be very expensive. Richard may be coming to see us tomorrow. So these were some of the types like ability, possibilities, obligations and the modal verbs with the examples. Now we will go in detail in different types and the modal verbs. Before that, let us see some rules of the modal verbs. They are followed by a verb in the base form. Means after the modal verb, we add the main verb. For example, I can run very fast. So over here the modal verb is can and the main verb is run. So modal verb is followed by the main verb or the base form of the verb. Second one, they are the same for all the pronouns. So whether it is singular pronoun or plural pronoun, it will remain same. It doesn't changes its number. It is not changing according to the plural or singular number. So for example, she, they, I, you, for everything it will be could, make it better. Next, they do not need auxiliaries. They don't need any helping verb. They directly take the main verb. They take direct negative and question forms. For example, you can't smoke here. Can you repeat that? And the next one, they never combine with another modal verbs. So we cannot use two modal verbs together. For example, over you see, we cannot use suppose you can't must read. So where can't is also a modal verb and must is also a modal verb. So both the modal verbs cannot be used together in a sentence at the same time. Okay. So next let us see the first one. for asking permission. So first one, when it is informal, the word which you use is can. For example, can I borrow your pen for a minute? Can I speak to John Wilson? Okay. Next, if you're very polite, then you use could. Could I please have a glass of water? Could I open the window? And when it's formal, we use may. May I ask a question, please? May we go home now? And when it's polite, would you mind if I asked you something? Would you mind if I took this? So these are some of the examples while asking the permission. So the verbs which we use as modals while asking permission are can, could, may and would. Now next one is modals of possibilities. So let us see different words which are used as modals of possibilities are may, might, could, must, can't, can. So when it is a very strong possibility, there we use may. When it's a weak possibility, we use might. And when it's extremely weak possibility, we use could. So let us see. We use may, might and could to talk about present or future possibility. We can substitute may, might and could for maybe, perhaps or probably. Okay. So let us see some examples. I might study math. I may pass chemistry exam. I may eat dinner at 8 p.m. Okay. They could be here by now. Price can be high in Texas. She could finish her project tonight. I might join you if I finish my work early. So these were some of the examples as models of possibilities. Now models of ability. So models of ability tell you one's capability or ability to do something. So let us see what are the verbs which we use as models of ability. So first one is can. Where do we use it? When we talk about general or specific ability. Okay. So for example, Richard can speak French fluently. Then next one is be able to. The same is the usage, that is for general and specific ability. Max was able to swim. Okay. And we also use in past could. For example, my sister could swim when I was 6 and I could not play the piano when she was 5. So we use could also in the past form of the models of ability. Now models of necessity. The modal verbs must, have to and have got to show that something is not optional, it is necessary. So when we talk about something which is necessary, the words which show it is necessity of the condition, those words or the verbs are called as models of necessity. So what are those verbs? Must, have to and have got to. So must is the strongest modal verb of all the three and is most common in writing. Have got to is most common in informal speech. Okay, it is not used in the questions, and have to is most commonly used model of obligation, means we have to do it, we don't have any other option when it's very much compulsory, and it's useful for forming questions and negatives. So let us see some examples. He must not be late for meeting. I must be careful not to upset her. They must leave immediately. You don't have to give me money. You need not do the exercises. And you had to try hard for the match. I must study next week. So these were some of the examples. Let us see some more examples. You have to get a passport. You must get a visa for some countries. You need to take money. For some countries, you don't have to get any vaccinations. For giving suggestions, you would better talk to your father. You ought to go with someone. You should take warm clothes. You should not go by yourself. Now, model of verbs of obligations and prohibition. So, let us see. Obligation, when it is necessary to do something, you have to do, that is obligation, the must condition. And prohibition, when you are asked not to do that at any cost or any condition, that is prohibition. Okay, when you're stopped to do something. So in present, it is must or must not, that is strong obligation, a possibly based on speaker's opinion. For example, I must study today. And in prohibition, that is in negative, when you are asked not to do, you must not smoke here. The next one is have to or don't have to, that is strong obligation, possibly from outside or compulsory. Children have to go to school. And obligations, I don't have to work on Sundays. You don't have to eat anything you don't like. Next is for making requests. So the first one is, would you mind helping me? Could you help me? Would you help me? Will you help me? Can you help me? So the words would, could, they are more polite than will and can. They become less polite. Okay. Some other ways to ask the help are, for example, see here, could you help me out? Could you do me a favor? Could you give me a hand? And could you lend me a hand? The next one is for making request, that I said you, see here. For would, it is polite. Would you please turn on the light? Would you help me carry these bags? For could also, it is used in polite sense. Could you please bring me more coffee? Could I use your car today? For will, it is little less polite. Will you get the dough for me, please? Will you make a copy of this essay for me? And can is also less polite. Can I borrow your book? Can you give me a hand? Now for the advices, what are the verbs? Should. Okay, when we give advice. So in present tense, how we use? We should take a break and get some rest. He should not smoke so much. Okay. In out to, that is, what are the, in which cases we use? Sometimes it implies moral obligations, means no one is forcing you to do something, but out of morality, humbleness, you need to do that. In that case, we use out to. For example, you ought to call your mother more often, or we ought to take care of our elders. Okay, or we ought to be humble to others. For next one is had better. Often implies some sort of consequences if action is not followed. For example, you would better pay your taxes on time. So what happens if you don't pay it? You have to face the consequences in the form of paying fine or something, isn't it? You had better obey the rules. Otherwise, what will happen? Maybe punishment will be given or fine will be given or some other kind of punishments. She would better not cheat on her exam. So when we use it, when the action is not followed, then what happens? Some consequences are faced by us. The last one is the promises. So in promises, usually we use will or shall. I promise that I will write you every single day. I will make dinner tonight, and he thinks it will rain tomorrow. In that also, sometimes for predictions, we use will when we are not sure. We are just doing the prediction. So I hope this video will be helpful to you. So thank you so much for watching the video. We'll come up with further videos.